Hi, this is Julianne with Life Edit and Design, and welcome back to our winter preview. This is a preview with a collection of planners, journals, and notebooks that are coming out for the winter of 21. And in this video, we're going to cover the In the Kitchen collection. So I have 4 different planners that have come out related to food. So the first 2 that we're going to talk about are the winter themed ones. So we have winter, this is the menu planner, and then we also have the recipe planner. So both of these are themed to go with the winter planner, which is in a different video, and also the winter notebook. So there's 4 winter themed notebooks in this collection that's coming out this season. And the winter recipes and the winter menu planner the idea is that you're not planning the same stuff all year long, right? You're following the seasons with what you're planning in the kitchen. So the winter meal planner helps you go through and come up with a whole category of meals that you want to serve. So it covers the months of February, March, January, February, and March. And it gives you a category section. So you can come up with different categories. So like in the winter, you're going to do more with your crock pot, right? Or your Instant Pot, where in the summer you might be doing more with grilling. So your categories are different depending on the seasons. So you have this section where you can put in up to 6 categories of different foods that you want. So like you might have sheet pan meals, you might have slow cooker meals, you might have quick meals, you might have family favorites, whatever you want, and you put them in there. Or maybe you go by different, your categories are more like Mexican dishes, Italian dishes, hearty comfort foods. So really it's up to you how you want to do it. And I have a whole video tutorial in here talking about how to use this planner and how, different ideas of how to create your meal plans for the whole season. But again, the idea is just you want to work with the seasons, work with what's available, and then there's a complementary, the winter recipes. So you can store your recipes right in the meal planner if you want, or you can just have a whole collection of winter recipes. And what I like about this is that, again, it's blank, so the index is blank here. You get to come up with your own categories. So say your meal planner, you talk about the sheet pan meals, but the recipes are really over in your winter recipe collection. So, and then what I like is that you can keep coming back to this year after year. So next winter you have this resource already here. So there will be 4 in the end. Right now the fall one is already out and the winter one is coming out here. But there will be a summer and a spring. So you can put them all together into a hub notebook later if you want, and have all your different planning for the seasons. So you have 4 different recipe books and you have 4 different meal planners that really help you. And then once you've built the resource, you can go back year after year and have that and just tweak it for any which way that you want. So that's what I really like about it. And they have fun dividers. So your sections have some just fun winter themed things that you can be putting. So when you put your recipe, so it's sheet pan meals, you just have something fun to look at, and then you have your recipe cards that you can build your actual recipes. So those are the 2 that again match the winter planner and they match the winter notebook, so they're all on the same theme. And then we have the other 2 that I came out with, which these 2 are a portrait. I need to get my thing to turn. So we have 2 different planners. These are the opposite ends of the spectrum. One is adopting a vegan diet and the other is adopting a paleo diet. So again, completely opposite ends of the spectrum. I have friends at both ends. I am more on the vegan, I'm on the vegetarian side, but I have a lot of friends who are over on the paleo side who think I'm a little crazy. Really, different lifestyle, depends on you. But the idea behind both planners is essentially the same. It's helping you adopt one of those styles of eating. And again, you can tweak this any which way you want. These aren't hard and fast rules, but say you really wanted to move to a vegan diet or you want to move to a paleo diet. It's not as easy just picking up a cookbook and off you go. You really have to think about what fits your lifestyle. What kind of person are you in the kitchen? What are the things, if you only want 5 ingredients, you go to a lot of these recipe collections and they're way too complicated, or if you want to be able to cook something in 15 minutes. So the idea is to slowly move into the diet. So it's going to help you track what you're going to eat, but then it also helps you track what were your pitfalls, what worked, what didn't work. And there's a weekly reflection in both of them. So you go through and you plan, and I have tools to help you plan out your week of what you're going to eat. But then at the end of each week, you reflect. Well, what worked and what didn't work? What are some of the things you can now add as a go-to item? And what are some things that they're too complicated, or they just don't fit your lifestyle, or you just, for whatever reason, you couldn't do it? And there's no hard, fast thing. I know some people are pure vegans, pure paleo diet people, and it's just, you don't have to be that rigid. So you can say, this worked for me, but I'm going to add in some of this because it just didn't work. So maybe you're vegan, but only, maybe you eat cheese occasionally because you just really want to, or whatever it is, the adjustments are yours. They're up for you to decide. I can't give up pizza, so I can never be vegan because I like pizza too much. But you want to be able to adjust it. So these planners take you through a whole journey. And there's 12 weeks that you go through on the planners that will help you decide what you're going to eat, what works, what doesn't work. And I have tutorials, I have reflections, there's a tracker in both of them to help you track what you're doing. So the tracker is nice and generic as far as you decide what you want to track. You want to track the number of successful vegan meals you ate in the week. So maybe you don't start out 100%. You're going to say, my goal is to eat 5 vegan meals this week. Or maybe you want to track that you have some more water, so as you're drinking more water, as you're going through this diet change. Or maybe there's some other things that you want to track. So maybe this isn't just what you're eating, but maybe you want to cut back on snacking, cut back on sugar. So I created this tracker to allow you to have several different areas. So there's 8 different columns. So you can be tracking 8 different things over the course of the 12 weeks. So that really helps you kind of think about what you want to be tracking, what progress you want to be making, and allow yourself to gradually go in. So maybe in the beginning you're only eating 1 or 2 of the paleo or the vegan meals, and your goal is by 12 to have a full diet. But you're not starting out that way. Week 1 is just 1 or 2 meals, and you gradually increase, so that's up to you. There's a daily meal log on here. And again, the reflections, what felt easy today, what was difficult today, and how can you use that to adjust? How can you make tomorrow more successful? So those are the 4 planners in the meals collection, or in the kitchen collection. So I hope that you enjoy them. Obviously, you're either going to be on the vegan side or the paleo side, not both. But you'll find bundles for the kitchen section in the shop, the Etsy shop. And I hope this gives you a lot of ideas, because again, food becomes very important in the winter. You got to have that comfort food, and you got to make it easy. So those are your go-to tools to help you plan in the kitchen. And we'll see you in the next video.